All right, y'all, get in here. Hell literally just froze over. I had to read this, reread this, source this, trek this thrice. Mr. Gun Control in the Senate, Chris Murphy, literally just folded. Guys, he just told an audience that not only are they losing across the board socially, culturally, they're losing on gun control. Guys, get in here. Hit this like button, subscribe to the channel, turn the notification bell on. Everything that we have been discussing with you for the past 4 years, I'm about to culminate it in Chris Murphy saying it to an audience in public with sourcing. Guys, let me hear you in the audio, the video, everything, the chat, comments, everything. This is going to be one you're going to love. We're audio, video, good, positive, excellent. Guys, let me hear you in the chat as we let everyone filter in because I don't want anyone to miss any of this. Let me hear you in the chat if you've been here longer than a year and you remember the content that we've put out saying the Dems are losing on gun control. We are going to push forward to make it better for the next generation. Tell me in the comments right over there if you remember all of those things because you are about to be proven correct. This is mind-boggling what I'm about to show you. All right, we got about 500 people in here. That is enough. Make sure that you send this one out. You like it, you share it, you subscribe to the channel. Get on the winning team, the cutting edge of the Second Amendment and that freedom fight. Enjoy. Just enjoy. I hope you have popcorn. All right, here we go. I'm going to zoom in here so I can show you what we're talking about. This is from an account, hat tip to Sam Stein. New, Chris Murphy, whose Senate career has been defined by his pursuit of gun control legislation, begins rethinking the litmus test he has applied to the issue. Now, I said there is no way that really happened. No way. And you guys know that I put every single source in the description box on every single video, so you can go back and check this yourselves. This is insane. Guys, the time to push the pedal to the metal, the throttle all the way down is right now. Here we go. Enjoy every second of this. All right, here we go. This is from a source called The Bulwark. Everything linked. What a bigger tent Democratic Party could look like. Elected officials and operatives are rethinking old litmus tests. And this is the important piece. September 17, 2025. This is not from a month ago. This is not from the future. This is not from 10 years ago. This is quite literally from yesterday. Okay, that's really important as we go into this. Here we go. I've got everything highlighted for you. Now, Connecticut's Senator Chris Murphy's career in the upper chamber of Congress has largely been defined by a horrible act that occurred before he even got there. Now, of course, they're talking about the Sandy Hook Elementary shooting, which is awful, unmitigated terrible, all right? Gun control became Murphy's cause. It haunted him, not just when he had to speak to the grieving parents who lost their children in that senseless act of murder, but also when he later spoke to constituents in Connecticut's inner cities who wondered why he suddenly seemed to care about the issue now that predominantly white families have been affected by it. Woo! Hot potato! Not touching that with a 9-mile pole. Stack that with the March for Our Lives who've lost 13 of their 16 staffers and they're getting sued by those exact same people for racial discrimination and all that. Yeah, it's not looking good if you're on Mom's Band Action, Every Time for Gun Safety, and the Trace and all those people. That's just not looking cute. Let's continue though. This red part is the important part. When the post-Sandy Hook efforts to pass stronger background checks failed, it gutted him. He's spoken at length about his emotional connection to the issue. So the bona fides are established. He's the gun controller in the Senate, right? He wrote a book about guns and said he will judge his career based on the progress he made on limiting gun violence. And here we go. But in the wake of the 2024 election, Murphy has made adjustments, grown more reflective, and begun reconsidering what it means to be dogmatic about guns. Come here. If you're just now getting in here, guys, we have been talking together about the fact that we are going to put them in retreat. We are going to push our rights to the next generation stronger than we found them, and we are winning actively. We're about to complete this whole topic around Chris Murphy openly saying, quote, he's reconsidering what it means to be dogmatic about guns. Translation, we may not be able to be as aggressive on gun control as we've wanted to be because no one likes it. Guys, this is it. If you want to be on the fight, hit that subscribe, jump in here because, oh my God, this is happening. More red for you. Let me go back. Monday afternoon, this is where he was speaking at an anti-monopoly conference in Washington, D.C. Murphy told the audience, this red part, that, quote, the fastest growing share of the electorate are socially and culturally conservative voters who are economically populist. Do you want me to translate out what that means for y'all at home? That means that they've lost the culture war completely. All the new electorate, the next generation, all the things that we've been talking about in an incremental fashion, they are growing up and they are being socially and culturally conservative voters. Let me zoom in just in case you missed it. Right there. Guys, this is from Chris Murphy's mouth. This is the gun controlling captain in the Senate. This is a really big deal. Okay, let's keep on going because he's got even more about how we are winning, they are losing, keep pouring it on. The time to fight is now. Relegate them to the dustbin of history. All right. But to make room for candidates who don't always echo the DC Democratic consensus on issues, that was particularly true, he added, on social and cultural topics, and if he was going to demand certain ideological compromises from others, he would have to offer some of his own. Wait for it, this is all quoted. I spent a long time trying to apply a litmus test to my party on this issue, gun control, that I care so deeply about. I'm rethinking the wisdom of that, Murphy said. Senator Chris Murphy, I'm rethinking the wisdom of that. Having just referred to gun policy specifically. Quote, I think the future of our republic, now it's a republic, and the future of our party now depends on us building a big tent party with economic populism and unrigging of democracy as the two tent poles, and likely being purposely more permissive about who we let in on a host of other issues that matter to me and a lot of Democrats. He's saying let more people in the Democrat Party that aren't for 100% gun control like he is, because the litmus test is a failure and it was a lack of wisdom on his part. Guys, you are not only winning, you are making it so painful. They cannot win swing states. They cannot win governorships. They cannot do anything because of the things that you are passionate about. Send this everywhere. This is massive. This is absolutely massive. And let me wrap this up and then we'll kind of do a little kumbaya moment. I'll check the comments. The party has suffered from a perception that it has become intolerant of different perspectives and preoccupied with identity politics and language policing. Does all this sound familiar, what we've covered? Guys, I told you this was going to be their big moment. They're either going to give into it or they're going to abandon it. It looks like they're starting to abandon it. Litmus tests aren't just applied to gun policy, but to policies on LGBTQ rights. Oh, wait, hold on a second. Hold the phone. Hold on, I just caught this. But to policies on LGBT, where's the Q plus IATZ, whatever? They dropped some very important symbols. I'm offended. Immigration enforcement, policing, and other matters. And finally, to wrap this up, this is wow. But losing power has a way of shaking up party canon. And there are some signs that Democrats are ready to move past this era of ideological purity and rigidity. What? All right, now let's do let back out a little bit. I'll look at the comments here real quick. Guys, you have to understand what this is saying. This is saying you have defeated them. You have made them irrelevant. You have made them an eye roll. You have relegated them to the annoyance category to the point where they are going to change their, at least overall, overarching views because they are losing power. You have to understand how important this is. For Chris Murphy to come out and say in public, he's been too purity test driven for litmus test on gun control, and to say that the next generation of voters are more socially and what was it? It was socially and, wait for it, socially and culturally conservative. They are actively in the process of losing. Pour it on. Guys, this is, I cannot explain and stress to you further how important this is. All right, let's send this out. Let me jump into the comments real quick. Todd Hester, one of the regulars, says they will never give up on gun control. No, they will never give up on gun control, Todd. Don't get it twisted. I'm not saying they're going to give up on gun control. They're going to soften on gun control. They're going to stop going after the extremism on gun control. It's still gun control. It's still going to be fought tooth and nail. But my point is, they're backing it off. That's the point. He's a wolf in sheep's clothing, says David Pittman. David, I disagree. He's just a wolf in wolf's clothing. There's nothing sheep about him. Honestly. Murphy's a liar and a phony. Yep, except, honestly, what do I always say, guys? I never trust a politician. The only thing that I trust is their own desire for self-preservation. Just saying. I just saw someone. John Crump News. What up, dude? This is one you might want to cover, man. This is a pretty awesome one. I'll send you the article. Just text me. E.W. Fisher, 89, says, and this was yesterday. Not bad considering this was my birthday. Happy birthday, by the way. I won't vote for a Democratic candidate ever. Neil, neither nor should you. Excuse me, neither I, nor should you. I'm only telling you how bad you're winning. Keep freaking going. The time is rife for victory. The next generation's coming behind. Turning Points USA, 54,000 new inquiries. The Daily Wire is still going strong. Everything is going strong. The new generation coming up is heavily conservative. Yeah. The time to pour it on is right freaking now. I got a super chat from VG Hammer. Murphy can keep using his litmus test. We're good. Yeah, of course, VG's talking about keep on letting them be stupid and keep on losing. He's exactly right. John Crump says, cool, awesome. Twig, excellent statement here. The hardliners on either side have usually been outliers. That is absolutely correct. Barry Anderson says, can Massachusetts have some of that winning, please? I'm going to be honest with you. That's a far reach. That's like into the dragon's gut, the lion's den, whatever it is. John says he's working on a big story right now, and he'll give me a heads up. I look forward to it. That's awesome. Yorkie Mom says, I will never get tired of winning, nor should you, and what an incredible comment to wrap this entire thing up. Guys, I'm so proud of each and every one of you for taking it right on the chin every time they demonize you. They blame you for everything, and you still grind, and yet you continue. You have pushed them to the point where they are literally saying to their voters and their donors that they have to back off on their extremist positions. This is phenomenal. And for Chris Murphy to be backing off and softening on gun control publicly, that is like hell freezing over. And I can't even think of a better explanation than that. Unicorns, cats and dogs sleeping together. Super chat from that Fast 300. $5. So glad to be in this lifelong fight for our republic with you. Absolutely, Fast 300. This is a lifetime fight. We are hearkening in the new generation, and they will find a glorious battle awaiting them. All right, people, listen. I love each and every one of you just the right amount. I hope you enjoy this content. Spread this out everywhere, and I will see you